I'm Eytan Shander with Awesemo. 3 picks for your Tuesday night NBA slate, where we have a promo code before anything for you to use. We're going to match your first deposit up to $100. All you have to do when you sign up is use our code Awesemo, AWESEMO. Our first play on PrizePicks.com for this Tuesday night slate is Luka Doncic. We're going under the 24.5 projected points. You may think that's a low number. We should be pounding the over. He's gone under the last 2 times. Also, when you look at what he's done overall, he hasn't hit 30 points at all this early season. So he's not going to break out all of a sudden against the Miami Heat of all teams. The matchup is really difficult for him just to get to that 24.5 points. Then you add in what he's done or failed to in that matter, which is hit 25, 26 consistently. That's where I really think that if you look at this 24.5, you should be going under with the matchup as well for Luka. Second play is Giannis, and we're going to go over his projected assists at 6.5 on PrizePicks.com. If you look at it recently, he's hit 6 most recently against Utah. A little bit of a lull there with the previous game against the Spurs, but consistently above that 6.5 for 3 straight games, and a couple of those coming in convincing fashion. That's really where I look at the matchup here to play out as well, where I can trust Giannis to be more involved as a facilitator, less stress for him to get 35, 40 points, less chance as well because they're up against the Pistons, and unless there's some late comeback that's played against the backups for the Bucks, you can pretty much take advantage of the fact that Giannis will be a pass first, at least more so than in a regular night. 6.5 is still some number that we can take advantage of by going over based on his history, and that's what we're going to do with Giannis. Our last play is Saddiq Bey. We're going over the projected threes at 2.5, mainly because of volume that we've seen so far this season, where he's taken at least 4 3-pointers in each and every game that he's played so far. Yes, there have been some games in which he's only hit one that he hasn't, but every other time that he's hit a 3, outside of the 2 that he's only hit 1, has been 4 games, so there's clearly more to that. He's got over this number. The volume is there. Again, taking at least 4 a game, the percentage will come as long as the volume is there. There is no indication, especially in this matchup, where they will be down and they will need some spark, that Saddiq Bey won't get at the very least as many looks as we've seen, if not more recently, over a stretch where he's taken 8 of 9 threes in 3 straight games. Go over this number, 2.5 projected threes for Bey. All right, one more time. Let's look at our ticket. We're going under Luka Doncic, 24.5, over Giannis at 6.5 assists, over 2.5 threes by Saddiq Bey. That's our ticket for Tuesday night's NBA slate on PrizePicks.com. Put them in the flex play, hit 2 of 3, and we'll correctly pay 1.25 of your entry fee. Now, hit all 3 in the flex play, and it pays back 2 2/4 worth your entry fee. So, looking at everything that you've seen, the power play hit 3 of 3. All right, you want to ante up the stakes? Has to hit all 3, and you can win back 5 times what you put in. Use our promo code Awesemo, AWESEMO, and we're going to match your first deposit up to $100. I'm Eytan Shander. Have a great night.